is to show how AI can be ethically applied in brainstorming and the outlining research work. So these are only two things that I'm going to focus on. It's brainstorming and outlining research work. Supporting creativity and efficiency while maintaining originality and academic integrity. I'm just going to focus on a few things, and I'm going to show and demonstrate on how you can use AI to support your research through these elements: brainstorming, outlining research, supporting creativity and efficiency. But at the same time, you should be maintaining your originality and the academic integrity. And we should know, in the previous video, I talked about the importance of academic integrity when you are using IA. It's very important that you protect your identity as a researcher by using IA responsibly. Most people, they think they are using, they are doing themselves a favor by using IA, but not knowing that they are discrediting themselves as the researchers or as the scholars. So first of all, let's talk about how can you use the AI in research topics, problem, objective, and the questions. If you are struggling to refine your topic, and take my words, if you are struggling to refine your topic, in other words, you have got a topic already. Maybe your supervisor is saying your topic is broad. The feedback that is coming from your lecturers, the lecturer is saying your topic is broad. Can you please narrow it? Because most of the students, when they are framing their topics, they normally make them so broad that at times you don't know what they want to focus, or what they want to focus. There is so many things that they are planning to focus, which is actually impossible given the time frame, given the resources that they have, given the skills that they also have. So there are so many things, and the supervisors at times they constantly advise the student to narrow the topic. So in that case, if you are facing a situation like that, you can actually ask Chat to generate 5 potential title, each with a different angle and perspective. In other words, you give Chat your topic and say, hey, this is my topic, and you can actually even give Chat the comments from your supervisor and say, my supervisor is saying A, B, C, D, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, but it seems not to work. So can you help me refining this topic? And the Chat can do that for you. But you must have your own topic. Don't let Chat give you the topic, but you must give the Chat the topic that you want it to refine for you. On the research question as well, you can ask Chat to propose the 10 possible research questions or objective and methodology based on your field. When you've got a topic, you can give Chat, this is my topic that I'm thinking, and this is if you have got your objectives that you have, and you can also give Chat, these are my objectives, this is what I'm thinking of doing, and you can actually even ask it for help. Can you please help me? And Chat can generate questions, 10 questions or 20 questions, whatever the number of questions that you have, in line with your research topic. And it's very important that here we are not saying, I'm saying you can ask it for 10, you can ask it for 15, but in a typical study, you might just need about 3, 4, 5 research questions, then you're done. So it's very important as well to make sure that you don't take the questions as ChatGPT is giving you, or as Cloud is giving you, or or any AI that you will be using. So you need to make sure that you are balancing that. Then you can also it can also help you to identify gaps in the existing literature. If that research is forming the basis of your study. Maybe you have written your work and the supervisor is saying there is no gap here, your study is not clear, your cap is not clear. You can take your work, whatever paragraph, those paragraph, and ask the chat that help me identifying the gaps here. I'm failing to identify the gap, whatever the case it is. Or if there are some comments from your supervisor, give the comments for your supervisor as well, and the chat will be generating. And one thing that you need to know about chat as well, it can also generate too much of information. Some of the information is irrelevant. So in some of the information is relevant. Not all information that chat gives you, or that AI give you, that is of importance. Some of that information is not actually relevant. So you need to be able to check whether the information that you are getting is not redundant, is not repeated, is it useful, has it been fabricated, is it verifiable, is it credible? All those information you also need to make sure that you go all the way to check that. Then you also you can also suggest some problem statements written in different styles. Chat can do that for you, can actually suggest some problems written in different style, just to help you from your study. So if you are struggling with the problem statement, you are struggling with the research problems, you can even ask it to give you different research problems. You can actually give it a sample, or this is the sample that I want, or you can give your research a problem that you want to refine and say, this is my research problem, can you help me refining it? Then it can also help you to refine. You can also request alternative ways of paraphrasing, of phrasing your research objectives and the questions to ensure clarity, focus, and alignment with the field. And this is always good to tell how you want it done. If you want it phrased according to the taxonomy theory, then you can actually tell whatever IA tool that you're using that, please, can you structure my objectives in the hierarchy, or in the rank, or in the order of the taxonomy. And that will be actually these AI tools, they've got the ability to do that for you. They can also actually critique your research questions or research objectives, telling you that they are not specific or they are not smart. And they can also help you to point where they are supposed to be improved. And always when you are using this generative AI tool, make sure that we communicate with them that I don't want to take everything. I want you to suggest some ideas for me on how I can improve. Then you'll be taking your improvement. Don't work with these tools in such a way that they will be giving you information and you try to take that information and you try to go and bypass it, and that's still plagiarism. Rather, ask this generative AI tool that, can you please suggest, can you please help me refine this, can you please give me suggestions. You need to work talk to these machines in that way, and you find actually that they will actually help you. Then how can you also use the AI on literature search and review? It's actually very important that you can actually request a detailed literature review map summarizing key authors, some theories and the gaps in your field, especially in a given field. If you have got a given field when you're starting your study and you don't know where to start, and you are still confused, or you are still writing your proposal, you can even start by requesting a detailed literature review map. What's out there in the field, and what are the theories that are out there. And it can give you so many theories. It can give you 5 theories, 6 theories, 10 theories, whatever. And also the gaps that are there, the current gaps in terms of what's trending. Then it can actually give you that. Then for your own information, that then can actually help you to narrow your research focus, to narrow your literature search strategy to a few of the theories that you want to use as a theoretical frameworks or conceptual frameworks. It can also help you to narrow your search on the literature that is relevant for what you are looking for. But don't allow that chat to write for you all that information, but let's use it to give us that literature review map that summarizes all that important information. It can also generate summaries of multiple articles and highlighting key themes, trends, and debates in the literature. And this tool is actually very important because instead of you going through one article and one article at a time, these generative tools have got an ability to summarize these articles and highlighting key themes, trends, and debate. And I always find it useful to give these tools the articles that you want them to summarize, because in most cases, if you tell this machine to go and look for those articles, in most cases they fabricate those articles. They use articles that doesn't exist. So you rather go out there in research, get your articles, or ask chat to give you those articles, verify are the articles there. Yes, they are there. You download them, then you upload on the platform, and you ask you ask it to help you with summarizing or that, giving you the themes and the trends and debates, so that you can you know where exactly, or you can start finding yourself through the literature. It can also suggest the most suitable theoretical framework models that align with your research problems. And that is actually very important, this one, because most students, they struggle with identifying frameworks, they struggle with identifying models, they struggle with identifying theories that they can use as the theoretical frameworks or conceptual frameworks for their study. And most of the students, actually, they don't know the difference between a theoretical framework and a conceptual framework. When should I use a theoretical framework and when should I use a conceptual framework? And the chat can help you to distinguish that, to give you that difference, to tell you the difference. And the other most important thing that also chat can help you to do is to actually summarize those, or to simplify those some of the complex theories. If you think of theorists like Sigmund Freud, is one of those theorists that have had much difficult theories. So you can actually use people, or you can actually use AI tools to help you to simplify those theories. You can also request peer-reviewed articles and the links. Please don't forget that whenever you are requesting document from cloud, from ChatGPT, from Copilot, from wherever that you are requesting, make sure that you are asking for the link, so that it becomes easy for you to click the link and check, is the link there, is this document there, or it has been fabricated. At times the document might not be fabricated, but the link that it gives you is not the correct link. So at times when it gives you the document, just type that document, go to Google search and search it on the Google Scholar. You might actually find that the document exists. Then you can also request assistance in creating annotated bibliographies with concise summaries and relevant notes. And take note there, I'm emphasizing notes. I'm not emphasizing anything to do with the draft, anything to do with writing for you. Everything that chat is giving you here is just assisting you with your research, but it's not replacing you. I'm not talking about using chat to replace your work. So in the research method and the results, how can we use AI to assist us with the research method and results? First of all, it can actually assist us, or assist you with the data analysis, interpretation, and presentation. At times you don't know, you are given those those letters that looks like B's but they're not B's, that U that look like a U but it's not a U, and you don't know what's going on. You can actually ask these tools to help you to analyze what does this mean, and how can you present that in suggesting how can I present the information. Can I present it in a table? Can I do this and that? It can also help you to present that. It can also show you step by step on how to perform statistical perform statistical test. You can name all them, the ANOVAs, the regressions, all that stuff. It can also help you to do that. So it's a very important tool for research, if you are to think that way. You can also request help converting raw data into tables, into graph, into infographics, all that stuff, all that all that visualization that are modern. You can actually ask these tools, and they can actually help you. They can also help you to draft interview guides and survey questions or focus group prompts, aligning to your research objectives. But when they help you, the idea is not for you to take whatever these tools are giving you, but the idea is it to help you to brainstorm, is to help you to come out with those guides and or with those instrument. Discussion of the finding. Yes, AI can also help you to reflect on the results by comparing them with the existing literature and suggesting themes for discussions. It can also suggest ways to connect your findings to theoretical framework for deeper interpretation. It can help you to identify contradictions, similarities, and pattern across your results in the literature. So chat can assist in drafting comparative discussions, aligning your findings with the previous studies. It can propose alternative explanations for unexpected or surprising results. In most cases, whenever we are doing these studies, there's a time that we find surprising results that we were not expecting. And if you don't know what actually is happening, you can actually ask AI to help you to figure out what is actually happening. And whatever explanation that chat is going to give you, try to go into the literature, continue probing. Do we have researchers that have ever encountered a problem like this? Wherever you are, how can I access those studies, and can you give me one study, and all that stuff. So that is very important for you. That's how you should be using chat whenever you encountered results that you think you were not expecting them. AM can help you also to generate discussion questions that highlight the significance and implications of your in the conclusion part of your work. ChatGPT can propose potential limitation, ethical considerations, recommendations for your study. You can also use it to draft conference articles, journal articles, outlines, or PowerPoint slides from your thesis. AI can help you summarize your entire study into a concise, key takeaway for policymakers, practitioners, or academics. It can generate possible areas for future research based on the gaps identified in findings. Chat can assist in drafting executive summaries or practitioner-oriented recommendation. It can provide multiple formats for conclusion. If you want the bullets, if you want narrative, whatever you want, it can also help you to do that. And the IA can suggest how to link your conclusion back to your research objectives and to ensure alignment in the of your study. So it's very important that you learn how these tools work. Then in terms of the structure of your thesis or your paper, it can help you, it can assist you in structuring your thesis chapters, your introduction, your methodology, your finding and discussion, your conclusion. Instead of spending hours trying to plan, you can also use AI to generate multiple outline and then choose and adapt the one that best fit your needs. AI can generate simple tables simple tables of content tailored to your research design. It can recommend the ideal word count distribution across chapters for balance. Chat can also provide template for chapter introductions and the transitions. It can suggest logical flow and the sequencing to avoid repetition across sections. IA can help you design appendices, glossaries, and reference organization for clarity. So ethical use of IA for brainstorming and outlining. Let's just quickly talk about that. You must critically evaluate, refine, and adapt AI suggestion. You are not just supposed to take the AI suggestions and just take them and put them in your study without critically evaluating them, refining them. This is actually very important. That area is very relevant because it ensures that you stay relevant as a researcher and your ideas stays original and they actually align with the academic integrity, academic standard. Always check facts, IA generated content against always fact check IA generated content against credible academic sources. Don't take what chat is giving you and you think that's the best or you think is correct because you don't have time and you just have to submit to the supervisor who is asking you to submit, and maybe for the last 6 months you have not been giving the supervisor anything and now you are behind time, so you just throw your work to ChatGPT and you think ChatGPT is just gonna do miracles, gonna send your work to the supervisor and the supervisor is not gonna be able to notice it. They might not tell you, but at times they know it. They say it. So it's very important for you to make sure that you fact check all IA generated content. Then ensure your own academic voice. Yes. And critical thinking remains central in your writing. This is important. Don't let ChatGPT substitute your voice. We want to hear your voice. We want to see. We want to feel the critical, thinking in your writing. When someone reads, we need to see you in that work of yours. So please ensure that your academic voice and critical thinking remains central in your idea. And one other way to do that is whenever you give chat something and chat gives you something and you are not agreeing with chat, tell chat that no, this is not the direction that I want us to take. I want you to suggest along these lines. Give the lines that you want. Or tell chat, this is my idea, I'm thinking of doing 1, 2, 3, I'm thinking of this idea and I'm not sure whether this is gonna work, and it can assist you in a good way or ethically. Use AI as a support tool. AI is a supporting tool, is an academic supporting tool. It supports research, it supports medicine, it supports almost everyone, but it must not substitute. It's not a substitute for original analysis and interpretation. It's not a substitute. That's something that students must take note and must understand. Properly acknowledge or disclose IA assistance where required by the institutional policy. Don't use IA and you don't acknowledge if the universities support or if the universities have the policies that allows you to cite the IA. Please cite it. Don't hesitate to cite if the universities allow you to if you have used it. But if not used it, then it's fine. Don't waste much of your time trying to cite what you did not use. But it's very important that if you use it, you disclose the use of ChatGPT. Thank you so much for listening to this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.